The sunrise. A rooster crowing cup of joe with po. It's not just coffee, it's a ritual. A moment to savor. A gentle nudge to seize the day. With every sip, feel the warmth of the sun and the promise of a fresh start. Because a great day begins with a great cup. Wake up with po. And let the sunrise work its magic.
Good morning and welcome to Cup of Joe with Po. I am your host that can't see because he doesn't have his glasses on. So let's switch back over to actual glasses. There we go, now I can see. So today's topic is going to be animosity. And for those of you who may be new and just tuning in, please follow, like, and comment. We love to hear what you have to say about these topics. And before I really get into this morning I woke up and I was a little sore. So I reached over for some of this CBD oil right here, this tincture, not oil, blueberry. And if you're not familiar with the Inhale brand, the more you watch me, the more you will be. And they're still running a special right now. Use the promo code Cup of Joe with Po, no space, and get your 15% off. Think about it. Are you sick and tired of driving to the dispensary and doing all that extra running, and then you might have to deal with some crazy shit in the parking lot, or who knows what's going on there anymore? You could just go right online and have this delivered to your door. Can't go wrong, so go and give this a little shot. Let that sit for a minute. Now, let's get into our topic today, animosity. And for those of you who do not know, animosity is a strong feeling of dislike, hatred, or resentment that can lead to hostility. For example, you might feel animosity toward a boss or a former friend. I know animosity quite well. I've had animosity myself. My peers and my brothers have moved on with their life while I was still in the streets and ripping and running and just not living a healthy lifestyle, and they went on and moved into a more healthier, productive, legal way of living. And I had animosity toward them for a while about that. I felt that I was owed something, or that somehow they should have to listen to me, that my opinion was valid and it meant something. In reality, it's just oneself. It's all you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about others' opinions of you and all that stuff. Now, to a standard, you must present yourself properly, like be, hygiene and just the way you carry yourself through life, unless you just give up on life, and some have. I've met plenty who have, and one of our goals is to reach those people and help turn their way of seeing the world as so cold, cruel, and callous into a beautiful place that you can truly appreciate if you just allow yourself the time to see the splendor and the wonder and all the stuff that's here. There's a lot going on. I know we might be on a little tilt here, so let me fix that too. We're not all the way put together today. We're still on our, this is our second cup though. So animosity. Ooh, there's some artists out here who have animosity. I didn't realize really how deep it goes. Now, this is one of the topics on my platform through Facebook, not on Instagram or TikTok or even YouTube, if you're tuning in right now on YouTube. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. It really helps the algorithm. It helps us get the message out, and it helps us reach the people we need to reach. We're going to have some merch coming up pretty soon too, and we're cross-branding with some other people, so you can check their merch out too. Now, some of these artists who have such animosity toward me. Now, if you're not familiar with what we have going on here at Star Nation Network and our motto, when one shines bright, we all shine bright. Come shine with the nation. I and my family travel, and we live basically what you would deem as homeless, but no, the earth is our home. We have a new ideology, a new way of seeing things from a completely tangible, realistic standpoint. And not to mention, the number one thing in your life, and don't look past this, is your life. Because if you can't move forward with your life and get the things you want that are good for you and healthy for you, not the demonistic, not the evil, not the medicines that tear your body down and poison you and then daily you must ingest or you get sick without having it. Shed all that. The, look at my wrist. Fine, buy yourself something nice, but know the difference between flashing to make a statement that, hey, I've never owned something like this. This I own now. Could be understandable, but I just have so much. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at me, look at me, look at me. You know, that's all it really is a showboat. I seen a thing last night because some people are so envious and have animosity toward people who can literally afford to buy nice jewelry, and really nice jewelry doesn't do all that. You have to have jewelry custom made most of the time to get that flash out of it and that bling. They're selling these $50 fake watches. They look quite impressive, but anybody with any brains will know immediately that that watch is fake. Okay, now people do the same thing. So when the fake goes up against the real, when the fake decides, hey, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot and I'm going to do this, you know what I mean? I'm going to move in a negative fashion toward the real. It never works. It's just an animosity move. It's I have animosity toward this person for what they're doing or saying, so now I'm going to just be either spiteful, envious, and just I really want to use this word, torturistic, toward them. I mean, that's just how this works up here. Yeah, I pictured it too. A bunch of gears and things breaking and springs flying around everywhere like wow, ding dong dong. But never lose sight of something. I am very, very coherent, and I am delivering a real message here with substance. If you look at this and you listen to this and you watch this, you can really gain insight from it. A wise man told me, and I tell you guys this all the time, learn from other people's mistakes so you don't have to make them. I remember seeing somebody get burnt when I was young. Do you think it was my turn to go over and touch that fucking thing? Hell no. Learn from other people's mistakes so you don't have to make them. So when you see these people that have animosity, don't join the animosity bandwagon. No. Animosity gets you nothing in life except for misery, suffering, turmoil. And then they try to project that back out into the world. Because whatever you ingest, whatever your core values are, how you are as a person, what makes you who you are, right? Your essence. Some are just foul, spoiled, upset, angry, envious. They just have a lot going on that they can't sort through. When in reality, all they got to do is worry about them. I don't go on anybody's pages unless I'm curious to what they have going on, and when I do, it's in a pro-social way. Think about this. Star Nation Network. Scroll through the feed in Star Nation Network, and you will see that we share other people's stuff. We push other platforms. Then go to the, I guess you would say, competitors, and I don't know who my competitors are, honestly, because when you're the final boss, you have no competitors. So when you go through the competitors, look and see how much of other people's stuff they truly share out of being selfless. And when I mean that, I mean I'm selfless because I'll share the link to what they have going on without requesting anything from that viewer on my end. I don't need the viewer to come and follow me, subscribe to me, to any of that if I'm sharing someone else's stuff. I want them to go do that for that person. It's my MO, our MO. Because each one reach one, teach one, and that's what we're doing here. That's what Cup of Joe with Poe is all about, truly. Is just enlightening others so they can see a new way to navigate through whatever society may throw at you, whatever life may throw at you. And believe me, this shit can go bananas real quick in the blink of an eye. And you know what it is on our end now? It's others. It's not us. We understand now. We can move properly without frustration. It's just others who are hindering and holding us back. We're trying to operate in an oversaturated market. Everybody's got a gimmick. Everybody's selling something. And then when you go and investigate what they got going on, half the time it was just one thing one time. They got nothing else to put behind it. And if they do, it's repetitive and it's the same thing each time. And it gets old really fast that way. Or it's just slow and boring. And you're just like, you might just do it out of friendship, pity, whatever it is. Well, actually, because a real friend will let you know. Spice the shit up, get it picking up, and do something. Make it interesting. Dead time, nobody wants dead time. Why do you think I'm a non-stop talk right now? Non-stop talk. It's easy for me because I have mania, so I can little micro machines. Okay? But animosity toward me makes no sense at all. But on the flip side of the coin, for them, in their way of thinking, they must see me as something way bigger than what it truly is, because they don't live in reality to begin with. So if they're not truly living in reality and knowing and assessing the situation for what it is and accepting it, instead of that, they would rather put me at a higher pedestal. Fine. Thank you. I am truly flattered. I blocked someone. And I'm going to tell you why I blocked them. I blocked them for their safety. Because the last thing that I want to do is to verbally argue and exhaust precious positive energy I have to give to others on someone that won't see my side, won't listen to it, basically has Don P syndrome, basically like they do toward Trump. I could cure everything in the world and fix all ailments and they'll still hate me. Literally, they will still have some sort of animosity toward your boy. I find it sad. I truly do, because I can overlook anything these days. I really can. Just don't, physical harm toward me or certain disrespect. Obviously, nobody should tolerate. I'm the type, and I'm a patriot here too, also a nationalist. So if I'm out in public and somebody, and I've already shown you this on camera, I went in on a whole goddamn rally in Toledo. I went in on them. Like, put them right where they should be, and they didn't have shit for me. A couple of them wanted to get fisticuffs, but there was police, all this shit. Nobody was really going, and they wasn't going to do anything anyways. It was just all talk, because it is what it is. So, and that, if you're curious what that was the right after what happened in Israel when Hamas went in and did all that horrible atrocities that they did. I'm really trying to watch my wording here, because we want this to move. If you say certain things, it'll stall it, and I am trying to be precautious now, so I don't use certain words anymore. Yeah, they were down there trying to defend what happened. Like, I mean, it was undefensible when you unalive babies in fire, that's while they're alive, it's hard to come back from that. There is no comeback from that. You know what I mean? To think that them people had that much animosity over there, that they had so much built up animosity that they dug holes to go in there and do all that. I mean, unspeakable stuff. Like, just real monsters, real to life monsters. And to think in America there was people defending that barbarity. Like I couldn't tolerate it. So I went in on the whole rally and let them all know, like, no, it's death to Hamas. Fuck Hamas. You know what I mean? And that's how I still feel that way. Now, I'm not saying that I don't even like the idea of races and all that stuff. Like, that's just putting yourself in some box to begin with, to build animosity towards some other race. That's all that is, for something that happened 100 or 1,000 or who knows how many years ago. I'm surprised these motherfuckers ain't got enough evidence in caveman days to try to make up some sort of Neanderthal and Cro-Magnon man war of race or something. You know what I mean? It's just fucking watered down at this point. Nobody gives a shit anymore about some past shit, man. Only people that do are the ones that have animosity. Animosity, really, I wasn't even going to do this on animosity. It really wasn't. I had a whole different show planned. I keep doing that, having a different show planned, and then the next thing you know, I'm receiving phone calls. I mean, today, tomorrow, Cup of Joe with Poe, we're going to have a guest, our first guest. Now, I hope he goes through on his end, because we're going to go through on our end, and there we go. We're going to have our first guest tomorrow. That's going to be nice. We're going to try to ramp this thing up a little bit better, because, face it, it's getting flat, and we can't have that. We got to have this mountain to climb. I mean, come on, guys. You know you are the algorithm, right? The people are the algorithm. If you watch, you share, you subscribe, it gets pushed further and further and further. And the further we take this, the more production we have, the more insight from research on certain topics that we have. Just look at today. Animosity. When's the last time you really broke down how deep animosity truly can be within a society, a culture, on a planet for that matter? Like, my goodness. I think it might even, I don't think it bleed over into animals somehow. Like the one puppy's got animosity because the other one's getting a little bit more teat. We can all get some milk. Unless you're living in Hawaii and you want to pay $8 a gallon. Wish I could run for government here. If I wouldn't have took my life in the direction I took it, that's where I should be. I should be a senator, congressman, something of that nature. Because I truly care about society. Our society. America. 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 You know, you see the hat, right? Blame Canada. Blame Canada. Do you remember their first movie? Bigger, longer, uncut. Man, they went in. I'm a huge fan of South Park because they understand freedom of speech, and I don't even think they're living in Canada. I don't think they're even living in Canada anymore. The CBD is really starting to hit. I'm going to tell you what, boy, what? I never was into no tinctures or nothing like that. I like my flower, and we ain't got none of that laying around. And when Inhale was so kind a month and a half maybe ago or so or whatever, they sent us some products, and this is something we really wasn't getting into, so now I'm glad I did. Pretty good. So if you're ready to save 15%, damn, then go ahead, get on your computer right now, or your other device, or even this one. Swipe up and just put the little picture up there, and I'm going to talk you through it. So your Google bar, hit it, and then type in Inhale More, official website, or just Inhale More. It'll pop right up, and you'll see that little logo, that little bitty triangle there. Yeah, that guy right there, you'll see that logo on there. You tap on that, right? And get some tincture while you're at it. I wonder what that hits like in coffee. Can you? I'm gonna research this because I don't really know a lot about tincture. I remember my my dude from the South, Jeff. He got so into it. He was making tincture and all that stuff before I even knew what it was. He was making freezer stuff too, like shock and all kinds of other stuff out of weed. So, yeah, I recommend tincture now. That's pretty cool. Just a couple little drops of that. Didn't take that long under the tongue. I'm feeling that. Shit, we're going to have to go do something, everybody. So today has been animosity. Some have it. Your boy don't. And I don't think you do either, especially after this. But the ones who have extreme animosity toward me, loathe me, oh, this made it even worse. It's, kill them with kindness, because I've shed it all. I let the hate out my heart, brother. There's no hate in my heart. Mind you, if you dig deep enough, though, yeah. There's some things that I really, really loathe. But I keep that to me. And you know why? When I'm ready to say something I do, you have the choice to either swipe up, swipe down, or just go on and block and never see again. But either way, we're still going to win, right? And we got places to go, people to meet, crowds to entertain, right? How do we get there? One foot in front of the other. And what do we do when we get there? We shine on them, baby boy. We shine on them. So, we're going to get out here and enjoy Hawaii while we're still here. Because we're not going to be here much longer. Hell, we might be in your city before you know it. So, look all around on your screen. And if you're not following already, follow. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And more than anything, please, let us know what you think about animosity. And does anyone have animosity toward you? Let us know, chat.